and we have today's verdict, which follows last week's guilty verdict for Donald Trump and his trial. You have a lot of people saying that the Justice Department is being weaponized to go after political enemies. Even some Republicans today are saying that this trial against Hunter Biden would never have happened if his last name wasn't Biden. In other words, I guess I want you to respond to the fact that we now have these two guilty verdicts a week apart of a former president and a sitting president's son, and what that says about the Justice Department today.
I'm worried about it. When my dad became the Attorney General in 1961, 1 week after he became Attorney General, he summons all the division heads and the bureau chiefs at the Department of Justice, and he said to them, the rule number one is that we don't get involved in politics. We're not going to politicize this department. It's absolutely critical that the people of this country have faith in this institution, and they don't believe that it's been politically weaponized. The framers of the Constitution understood the jeopardy of weaponizing our federal enforcement agencies. They were all aware that the King of England had periodically arrested his opponents in Parliament on their way to Parliament on trumped-up charges, and we pass laws in many of our states. There are states today that have laws that state legislatures cannot be arrested no matter what crime they commit. Even if they murder somebody, they cannot be arrested on their way, if they're on their way to the Capitol. And that's because of the sensitivity people had about the danger of weaponizing enforcement agencies to use it to put the incumbents at political advantage. President Trump, when he was running, I think opened this door by saying that, by doing lock up Hillary Clinton and promising to appoint a special prosecutor to prosecute.
Well, he's still doing that today.
I think the Biden administration, and I think the Biden administration has gone full force. They've weaponized not just the Justice Department, but the FBI, the CIA, the DHS, the IRS. They used, the White House gave portals to those agencies to censor political speech. And we know that because of my lawsuit, Biden versus Kennedy versus Biden, because of the lawsuit that was brought by the attorney generals of Missouri and Louisiana, and also the Twitter files, which show that whole process taking place. I, right now, am being denied Secret Service protection, and I think that's another example of the weaponization of federal agencies. It's not good for our country.
You had called...
It's not good for democracy.
Yeah, you had called the verdict for Donald Trump, you called that trial, quote, profoundly undemocratic. Trump was quick to repost your support of him, prompting the DNC to make a comment about you that I want to get your reaction to. The head of the DNC called you, quote, a useful idiot promoting MAGA talking points and carrying Trump's water. What's your response to that?
Well, I'm not a fan of Donald Trump, but that's why I'm running against him in the election. But I want to beat him on the political landscapes. I want to beat him on the issue. I want to beat him on I want to have the discussion with him about why he locked down our country during the COVID epidemic and shut down 3.3 million businesses, why he ran up the greatest debt in American history, $8 trillion more than every president combined.
You're talking about President
George
Trump.
Washington to George W. Bush. President Trump, I want to beat him on those issues. I think the Democrats feel that they don't have a candidate that can beat him under any conditions, so they have to beat him in the courts. And I don't think that's good for our country. I want to beat Donald Trump. I don't think he's a good president. I don't want him to be president again. I can beat him, the polls show. But I want to beat him on the issues, and I want to beat him on the landscapes of the traditionally we've staged political contests in this country, not in the courtroom.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.